What if I told you that one of the most affordable and nutrient-packed superfoods on the planet is hiding in plain sight and you're probably eating it all wrong? You might be draining away its most powerful benefits, spoiling its taste, and unknowingly impacting your health. This isn't just about a culinary misstep. It's about missing out on a treasure trove of goodness for your heart, brain, and bones. Every day, countless people make shocking mistakes with this incredible food, transforming a health powerhouse into a bland, less beneficial meal. Are you one of them? Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll unlock the true potential of this tiny fish and revolutionize the way you eat it forever. Sardines are a true marvel of the sea, standing out as one of the few seafood options consistently low in mercury, making them an exceptionally safe and healthy choice for frequent enjoyment. These small fish are brimming with essential nutrients vital for your well-being, including high-quality protein, crucial omega-3 fatty acids, abundant calcium, and a spectrum of important vitamins that your body relies on daily. However, despite their impressive nutritional profile, most individuals unknowingly commit several significant errors that not only diminish these valuable benefits but also compromise the taste and, in some cases, even pose potential health risks. Consider your own habits. When you select sardines at the store, are you confident you're choosing the optimal variety? Do you meticulously store any leftovers to maintain their safety and freshness? Or might you be inadvertently allowing them to spoil? Have you ever felt compelled to rinse sardines before consuming them, under the impression that this makes them healthier? And perhaps the most critical question of all, are you discarding the very portion of the sardine that harbors the highest concentration of its unparalleled nutrition? The reality is that sardines are frequently underestimated, not due to their inherent qualities within the can, but because of common missteps in how they are handled subsequent to opening. From critical storage oversights to preparation blunders, these small but mighty fish often lose their potent goodness before they even have the chance to nourish your body effectively. One of the most prevalent errors people make is discarding the small bones found in sardines. While it might seem intuitive to remove bones, especially given that larger fish bones can be sharp, inconvenient, and even hazardous, sardines are a unique case. Their bones are entirely edible, remarkably soft, and perfectly safe to consume. The canning process subjects these fish to pressure cooking, rendering the bones so tender that many individuals don't even perceive their presence. Moreover, these tiny bones conceal a significant secret. They are exceptionally rich in nutrients. They represent one of the finest natural sources of calcium available in seafood. A single serving of sardines consumed with its bones can provide over 1/3 of your daily calcium requirement, an essential mineral for maintaining robust bones, healthy teeth, and proper muscle function. Furthermore, these bones also contain vitamin D, which is crucial for facilitating your body's absorption of calcium. The synergistic action of calcium and vitamin D forms a powerful defense for bone health, particularly as we age. By removing these bones, you are not only creating unnecessary work for yourself, but are also discarding vital nutrients that your body genuinely needs. In truth, their presence is virtually undetectable. The bones seamlessly integrate with the fish's texture and flavor. Many regular sardine consumers report being unable to distinguish between the fish flesh and the bones. While deboned sardines are available from some companies, they typically come at a higher cost and often appear fragmented due to the deboning process, which can damage the delicate fish. This means you end up paying more for a product with reduced nutritional value and an inferior aesthetic. The straightforward solution is to embrace the bones. They are safe, remarkably nutritious, and become practically unnoticeable during consumption, serving as a hidden bonus that elevates sardines into one of the most nutrient-dense and economically viable foods you can choose. Another significant error often occurs right in the grocery store aisle, selecting sardines packed in water instead of oil. At first glance, water-packed sardines might appear to be the healthier choice, promising fewer calories and a lighter taste. However, this assumption overlooks a crucial truth. Opting for water over oil means sacrificing both superior flavor and essential nutrition. Sardines are naturally abundant in healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, which are renowned for their roles in reducing inflammation, safeguarding heart health, and maintaining the fish's moisture. The oil serves an additional vital function by enhancing your body's ability to absorb these beneficial omega-3s. Conversely, water does little to benefit the fish. Sardines packed in water frequently become bland, dry, and can even develop an undesirable metallic taste over time. This is because water cannot effectively shield the natural oils within the fish from oxidation, a process that degrades both flavor and nutritional content. Oil, in stark contrast, acts as a protective barrier, preserving the freshness and enhancing the taste of sardines for extended periods. Indeed, many culinary enthusiasts believe that sardines stored in quality olive oil actually improve in flavor as they age. While sardines in oil do contain more calories, these are predominantly from healthy fats that profoundly benefit your body. This seemingly minor choice makes a substantial substantial difference. If your goal is to enjoy sardines that are both delicious and maximally nutritious, bypass the water-packed tins and consistently choose those preserved in high-quality oil. A prevalent mistake almost everyone commits at some point is allowing an opened can of sardines to linger too long. While an unopened can can remain viable for years, the moment the lid is popped, a critical countdown begins. Upon exposure to air, sardines immediately start to degrade. Their healthy oils undergo oxidation, which not only alters the flavor but also breaks down valuable omega-3 fats, the very compounds that motivate many of us to consume sardines in the first place. Consequently, the longer they sit, the more their nutritional value diminishes and their taste deteriorates. The duration they remain fresh largely depends on their packing liquid. Water-packed sardines spoil the fastest, typically within 24 hours. Those in oil can last 2 to 3 days when refrigerated, and if they are in tomato sauce, you might extend their freshness to 4 days. However, one rule is absolute. After a week, regardless of the packing medium, sardines are considered spoiled and unsafe for consumption. Another common oversight is keeping them in the original open can. Once exposed, the metal of the can can react with air, accelerating spoilage and imparting an unpleasant metallic taste. For this reason, food safety experts strongly advise transferring opened sardines immediately into a clean, airtight glass or plastic container. This practice prevents air exposure, significantly slows nutrient degradation, and preserves their flavor, while freezing can extend their shelf life. It generally alters their texture, making them softer. The optimal approach is to open only what you plan to consume within a couple of days and consistently transfer any leftovers into a suitable container. This simple habit ensures your sardines remain safe, fresh, and brimming with nutrition. Many people mistakenly believe that canned food possesses an indefinite shelf life, but this is not entirely accurate for sardines. While they can remain good for years if sealed and stored correctly, heat, direct sunlight, and moisture are their primary adversaries. Leaving cans exposed in a sunny kitchen window, close to a heat source like a stove, or in a damp pantry will accelerate the degradation of both the can's integrity and the fish inside. Over time, the oils within the fish oxidize, leading to sour flavors and a loss of nutrients. More alarmingly, a compromised can facilitate bacterial growth, rendering the sardines unsafe to eat. Furthermore, a lesser-known fact is that not all sardines have equal shelf stability. Those packed in acidic liquids, like tomato sauce, tend to degrade more quickly than those preserved in oil. This necessitates a rotation strategy if you purchase various types. Prioritize consuming the acidic varieties first and reserve the oil-packed tins for longer-term storage. It's also crucial to meticulously inspect the can before opening it. Any signs of bulging, rust, dents along the seams, or leaks should be a clear warning. Do not risk it, and discard the can immediately. Consider sardines as an incredibly affordable superfood. Don't waste their potential, and more importantly, do not jeopardize your health due to improper storage. With a little diligence, you can ensure every can remains fresh, safe, and delivers all the promised nutrition. One of the most appealing aspects of sardines is their sheer convenience. Simply open the tin and they are ready to eat. However, this ease can also be a drawback, as exclusively consuming them plain means missing out on a vast spectrum of flavors and culinary versatility. This often leads to people quickly becoming tired of them. Sardines are far more adaptable than most realize. They should be considered a dynamic ingredient rather than merely a pre-packaged snack. For instance, mashing them with a touch of yogurt, avocado, or olive oil creates a protein-rich spread perfect for bread or crackers. On toast, garnishing them with capers, finely chopped onions, or sliced tomatoes transforms them into a Mediterranean-inspired bite that feels gourmet yet takes mere minutes to prepare. They also excel in hot dishes. Stir them into pasta sauce right at the end of cooking to infuse extra flavor and omega-3s without overcooking the fish. Incorporate them into a stir-fry just before serving to maintain their integrity while boosting protein content. Even pizza can be elevated with sardines. Their savory, salty notes harmonize beautifully with olives, peppers, and fresh herbs. For breakfast, folding them into scrambled eggs or omelets provides a powerful, nutritious start to your day. The benefits extend beyond taste to enhanced nutrition. Pairing sardines with vegetables, whole grains, or other healthy fats significantly improves your body's absorption of their nutrients. For example, consuming them alongside vitamin C-rich foods such as tomatoes or peppers helps your body absorb more iron. While it's perfectly acceptable to eat them straight from the can occasionally, do not limit your culinary horizons. With just a dash of creativity, sardines can become a secret ingredient that makes countless dishes more exciting and significantly more nutritious. Many people operate under the assumption that all sardines are identical, that once you taste one can, you've experienced them all. This perception is far from the truth. Much like wine, coffee, or cheese, sardines exhibit considerable variation in flavor, texture, and overall quality, influenced by their origin, packing method, and even the season in which they are caught. Consider, for example, the waters from which they hail. Atlantic sardines can possess a distinctly different flavor profile compared to those from the Mediterranean or Pacific, as factors such as water temperature, the fish's diet, and its environment all play a crucial role. Sardines from colder waters, such as those found off Norway, often boast a firmer texture and a cleaner taste. Conversely, sardines from warmer regions may be softer and richer. Even the season of capture is significant. Fish caught in spring might offer a lighter taste, while those harvested later in the year tend to be fattier and more flavorful. The packing liquid further dramatically alters the taste. Olive oil, tomato sauce, mustard, or even water each contribute unique flavor notes. Spanish and Portuguese sardines, meticulously packed in high-quality olive oil, frequently develop profound, intricate flavors over time. Some producers enhance their sardines by smoking them, imparting a savory richness, while others use spiced oils or sauces to deliver an extra kick. Therefore, if a particular can of sardines didn't appeal to your palate, do not prematurely dismiss sardines entirely. That specific type might simply not have suited your preference. Exploring a diverse range of brands, geographical origins, and packing styles can utterly transform your experience. Sardines are not a one-size-fits-all food. Once you begin to experiment, you will discover an entire universe of flavors awaiting within those unassuming little tins. Sardines, with their rich oils and potent savory taste, are undeniably bold little fish, making them powerful ingredients that demand the right companions on your plate. One of the most common mistakes is to pair them with flavors that clash rather than create harmony. The key to successfully incorporating sardines lies in understanding the principle of contrast. Their inherent richness truly excels when balanced with bright, fresh, or tangy ingredients that effectively cut through their oiliness. Think of additions like fresh lemon juice, a splash of vinegar, briny capers, ripe tomatoes, or various pickled vegetables. These sharp, vibrant flavors do not mask the distinctive taste of the sardine. Instead, they sharpen and elevate it, resulting in a dish that is both more balanced and exciting. Furthermore, fresh herbs such as parsley, dill, or cilantro contribute a clean, refreshing note that lightens the overall profile. Conversely, certain pairings should be avoided. Heavy, creamy sauces, overly buttery dishes, or excessively sweet accompaniments generally do not complement sardines well. The combination of cream and oily sardines often creates an overly rich sensation that can overwhelm the palate. Similarly, sweet glazes or fruit-based toppings frequently conflict with the sardine's natural saltiness, leading to an unpleasant flavor discord. Consider this example. Sardines on toast with lemon and fresh herbs offer a light and satisfying experience, whereas sardines smothered in a heavy cheese sauce result in a double richness that can be difficult to enjoy. While experimentation is always encouraged, the fundamental principle remains balance. By thoughtfully selecting complementary flavors, sardines can transcend their status as mere fish in a can, transforming into a gourmet ingredient that feels fresh, vibrant, and utterly unforgettable. This next mistake may genuinely astonish you. One of the most detrimental things you can do to sardines is to rinse them under running water before consumption. Many individuals adopt this practice in a misguided attempt to reduce perceived saltiness, fat content, or a fishy aroma. However, in reality, rinsing merely strips away both vital flavor and invaluable nutrients. When sardines are canned, the oil, sauce, or brine they are packed in serves a purpose far beyond just being a filler. It is an integral part of the preservation process. Over time, the fish and the liquid engage in a crucial exchange of flavors, and key nutrients, including omega-3 fatty acids and fat-soluble vitamins like D and E, leach into that liquid. Consequently, when you rinse the sardines, you are effectively washing away these accumulated nutrients along with the rich taste that has been developing over months. For sardines packed in oil, rinsing introduces an additional problem. Oil and water do not mix. This interaction results in the fish becoming slippery, prone to breaking apart, and generally less appealing. The same holds true for sardines in tomato or mustard sauce. Rinsing strips away the tangy and rich elements that meticulously balance the fish's natural flavor. Regarding saltiness, while it is true that sardines can be salty, rinsing does not offer an effective solution. The salt is absorbed deeply into the fish itself during the canning process, not merely resting on the surface. A more effective approach is to opt for low-sodium varieties or simply adjust the salt content in the other components of your meal, thereby preserving both the flavor and the nutritional integrity of the sardines. Think of rinsing sardines as undoing months of careful flavor and nutrient development in just a few seconds. Instead of discarding it all, embrace the oil, brine, or sauce. It is an essential part of what makes sardines so uniquely special. One of the primary reasons many people shy away from sardines is the widespread belief that they are inherently too fishy. Yet, the fundamental truth is that sardines are indeed fish. They are naturally meant to evoke the essence of the sea. The real issue typically lies not with the sardines themselves, but rather with how they are stored, prepared, or combined with other foods. High-quality sardines should possess a clean, savory, and subtly briny taste, reminiscent of a fresh ocean breeze. If your sardines taste excessively strong or unpleasant, it's often an indication that they were improperly stored, have passed their prime, or are simply not being paired with the right complementary ingredients. The goal should not be to mask their flavor, but rather to enhance and brighten it. Acidic elements such as fresh lemon juice, a dash of vinegar, or a spoonful of zesty tomato sauce can effectively cut through any heaviness and invigorate their flavor profile. Fresh herbs like parsley, cilantro, or dill achieve a similar effect, adding a refreshing note that expertly balances their natural richness. The quality of the product also plays a substantial role. Sardines packed in premium olive oil or well-crafted tomato sauce often taste considerably cleaner and less overpowering than cheaper, poorly processed alternatives. Interestingly, your taste buds can actually adapt over time. If you do not consume fish frequently, sardines might initially present as strong, but with repeated exposure, you will begin to discern their subtle sweetness and depth of flavor. Instead of dismissing sardines as simply too fishy, experiment with diverse pairings. Integrate them into a fresh salad, squeeze some citrus over them, or serve them alongside crisp vegetables. You might be pleasantly surprised by how quickly that initial fishy perception transforms into a flavor you genuinely anticipate and enjoy. Without a doubt, the most significant and costly error people make when it comes to sardines is draining out the precious oil and carelessly pouring it down the sink. That golden liquid is far from waste. It is a reservoir where some of the finest flavor and concentrated nutrition reside. The reason for this lies in a slow yet profound exchange that occurs once sardines are packed in oil. Over months of storage, the fish gradually release some of their natural juices into the surrounding oil, while simultaneously, the oil permeates back into the fish. This prolonged interaction transforms the oil into a rich elixir brimming with omega-3 fatty acids, fat-soluble vitamins like D and E, and a deep savory flavor. In essence, it becomes liquid nutrition. Discarding this oil isn't merely a loss of calories, it means throwing away invaluable nutrients that are crucial for safeguarding your heart, brain, and immune system. From a culinary perspective, you are also discarding a complementary flavor enhancer that any discerning chef would be delighted to utilize. So what can you do with it? The possibilities are extensive. Drizzle the oil over salads as a flavorful alternative to store-bought dressings. Use it to sauté onions and garlic, imparting a rich base before cooking pasta or rice. Stir it into soups or stews to deepen the broth's complexity. You can even dip fresh bread into it, perhaps with a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of herbs, for a quick and satisfying snack. As a bonus, the oil's flavor can actually intensify slightly after the can has been opened. When properly stored in the fridge for a few days, it can contribute even more nuanced complexity to your meals. Sardine oil is simply too valuable to waste. Treat it with the respect it deserves, for it truly is a secret ingredient waiting to elevate your cooking. While sardines are undeniably one of the healthiest foods you can incorporate into your diet, like any potent food, they may not be suitable for everyone. Certain groups of individuals should exercise extra caution and consider moderation when consuming them regularly. This includes people who contend with high blood pressure or are sensitive to salt, as most canned sardines are preserved in brine, oil, or sauces that often contain a significant amount of sodium. In such cases, opting for low-sodium varieties is a more prudent choice. Those who suffer from gout or have elevated uric acid levels should also be mindful. Sardines are rich in purines, which the body metabolizes into uric acid, and for sensitive individuals, this can potentially trigger gout flare-ups. Thus, moderation is crucial. Anyone predisposed to kidney stones, particularly uric acid stones, should also be cautious, as purines may increase their risk. It is always advisable to consult with your doctor before making sardines a regular part of your diet if you fall into this category. For pregnant women, the good news is that sardines are remarkably low in mercury, unlike larger fish such as tuna or swordfish. However, because they are frequently canned in oil or brine, it is wise to monitor sodium and calorie intake if consumed often. For the vast majority of healthy individuals, sardines represent a fantastic and beneficial food to enjoy routinely. Yet, if you identify with any of the aforementioned groups, a path of moderation is the safest approach. In summary, sardines stand as one of the most underrated superfoods available, but their full potential is unlocked only when they are treated correctly. From making the initial smart choice of selecting the right can to properly storing, pairing, and preparing them, seemingly minor mistakes can be the crucial difference between a bland, wasted meal and a powerful surge of nutrition. Do not allow simple oversights to prevent you from savoring everything sardines truly have to offer. Bursting with protein, omega-3s, calcium, and essential vitamins, they provide robust support for your heart, brain, and bones, all while remaining one of the most budget-friendly foods you can purchase. Now, armed with this knowledge, you are equipped to harness their complete potential and skillfully sidestep the common pitfalls that hinder most people.